Hi, good day, fellow students. My name is Lorna, and today I'm going to demonstrate a procedure called the Heimlich maneuver. Did you know that the brain, when deprived of oxygen, starts to die within 4 to 6 minutes? Now, choking is an incident which actually cuts off the oxygen supply, and so this is what will happen. It's a common emergency, it happens quickly, and we need to know what to do in that situation. The National Safety Council states that choking is a fourth leading cause of accidental death. In 2020 alone, almost 5,000 persons died of choking. Half of these were adults over the age of 74, and it could have been prevented if more people had known what to do to save their lives. Whether or not you're medical personnel, it's important to know one, that the brain dies of oxygen very, very quickly, 4 to 6 minutes when deprived, and that the average 911 response actually takes about 10 minutes. So, what can we do if we're in a situation and waiting for the emergency personnel to arrive? Now, this procedure was made in 1974 by Dr. Henry Heimlich, and it was actually to save persons who suddenly could not breathe because their airways became blocked by a bolus of food or a foreign object such as marbles or like a bottle cap. The technique relies on air in the lungs, which when forcibly pushed out will help to dislodge the object. I will now demonstrate. First of all, you have to, if somebody is choking, you're going to ask them, are you choking? Hopefully they will answer or make some sign which demonstrate yes. Then you'll get into position, stand behind the person, and then demonstrate. So you're standing behind the person, put one foot in front of the other so that you are able to not fall, and then make a fist with one hand, then use the other hand and push in sharply, bend over like this, yes, up. It should actually feel like I'm lifting up the person like this, okay? Thank you. And a point to note though is that if you're actually doing this for a child, you'd want to bend down to their level or kneel down, whichever one is more appropriate. And also try to be a little more gentle because they're very fragile and you do not want to damage their internal organs. In a case like this, I would give 5 abdominal thrusts and repeat. And if the food is not dislodged at this time, I would also do what we call shoulder strikes and call 911 in the interim. Because the shoulder strike is this. Slightly bend. And in the middle here, I'm going to use my heel of my hand. Yes. And strike 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then continue with the Heimlich maneuver, which is this one. Okay. Thank you. Please note that if the person, there are 2 situations where we will not do it exactly as I showed you where to put your hand and do the abdominal thrust. Number 1, if the person is pregnant, you do not want to do that. You're going to put your hand in this area right here. And also if the person is too large that you can't get your arm right around them, then you put your fist right here and push in and up. Okay, how do you know if somebody's choking? There are a couple signs that you could look for. One is they might clutch their throat with 1 or 2 hands. Their lips, their nails, or their skin may turn blue or gray. They are unable to speak. There is strained or noisy breathing. And they might look like they are confused. There's a look of panic or shock on their faces. If they can cough, you will allow them to because this may dislodge the object. If you're the victim and you're in a crowd of persons, say at a restaurant or out dining, don't run away to the bathroom or run outside because you're embarrassed. If somebody asks, are you choking? Shake your head to say yes. If you're alone, do bend over a chair or a ledge if possible and do abdominal thrusts on yourself. Make a fist and use the other hand to push in and upwards above the navel. But there's always better if we could make preventative measures. So I will list a few of them for you today. Cut food in small pieces, especially for children or elderly. Chew properly before attempting to swallow. If food cannot be chewed down enough, spit it out rather than attempting to swallow it down. Do not talk or laugh when chewing. Don't let children eat and run around or play at the same time. Let them learn to sit while eating anything. Use age appropriate toys. Decline to give hard candy, hot dogs, chunks of meat, whole grapes or nuts to children under the age of 4. Thank you for listening, and I do hope that we will all be more alert if someone in our vicinity should start to choke, and we can do our part to save somebody's life.
Nice.